And our student athletes, on telling their story throughout the course of the season, you look back at the tape and the film, and there wasn't really anything that I didn't know or learn, on my feelings after the game. So we have a plan to win here that is very, very specific on how you win games, and especially close games in this conference, which they're all going to be if you prepare the right way. You have those habits, and then you're able to execute on game day. I know that everyone in the organization is working extremely hard to get us to the winner's circle, and we're all tired of saying we're making some progress in these areas, but we come up short. So, I've said it a number of times. We're all judged on results, and right now, I haven't got the team with the results that we need to. So we're working hard to get there. I think you look at the opportunities of guys that played well this past week, excited about that, excited about some improvements we made, especially in the defensive secondary, played extremely well against the run, and in a team effort of holding them to 30 yards rushing. We ran the ball extremely well on offense, but then you turn the ball over in total 4 times and you get one back. We're not going to beat anybody, no matter what we ran for or held the opponent in rushing yards. That's not going to matter. So we've got to get those things corrected. We can't extend drives on defense with third down penalties, which we did a couple times. Frustrating, but we've got to get it fixed, and that's our challenge and that's our goal. Obviously, go on the road against a really good Big Ten opponent this week, coming off a huge win, Northwestern at Penn State. Coach Braun's done a nice job on developing that roster, on recruiting, and then adding the pieces around with the coaching staff that have done a great job. I think they've got really good players. You look at number 5 and number 6 on offense, specifically on how they run the ball, the way they utilize them. Their quarterback plays really well in the throw game, makes great decisions. Number 17, the wide receiver, tremendous in route running and extra effort plays. And I think up front, you look at how they play together, their front 5. Very impressed when you watch them play and how they play the game. Their left tackle, number 72, really stands out to me in the way that he plays. And then you look on the defensive side of the ball, jersey number 37 and 9, both their linebacker and then the nickel player, tremendous in the way that they play. Defensive tackle number 1 is a great player. High effort, great energy. They play the game the way that it's supposed to be played. So we'll have a really good week of preparation. We'll be excited to go to Northwestern and play. I know our team will be hungry to find a way about our preparation and our habits to go play our best ball for 4 quarters. And that's the pursuit of trying to get there in everything that we're doing. And we were off to a good start today with our Monday practice.
You mentioned before just not having the results that you wanted. Is there a results-independent analysis that goes on for you? And as I'm halfway through a season now, is the trajectory in terms of performance or development where you hoped it would be at this point?
I don't know that I'm putting markers on that. There's always things that you see in signs that you are moving in the right direction, and I think absolutely we are in great measure. We need some validation on winning a game, and that's we're due. But just because you think you've worked the right way throughout the week, you've still got to go do it. I've got to do it. We've got to do it as a staff. And then our team's got to go execute and find a way to win a close game. We've got the lead going into the 4th quarter. We've got to win those games, and we didn't. And credit to our opponent. They did a great job winning the game and finding ways to make plays in crunch time moments. So without question, we're so much better today than we were 3 weeks ago. But at the end of it, it's results. We got to win.
You guys are not very efficient scoring in the red zone this season. How much is there sort of a mind meld between you and Josh as far as what you're going to call in those situations, especially when it comes to how frequently you're going to like the deceptives or the special packages as opposed to just running a conventional offense?
Yeah, when the deceptives work, it's the greatest call ever. And when they don't, it's like, what a bad call, right? So we were the best coaches ever on the play call at Notre Dame. And now we throw an interception running a very similar play that was open. And now it was not a great call. And I trust our coordinators, Coach Shivas, Coach Shearer, Coach Henson. We're aligned in how we're calling it. We want to be aggressive in every situation that we can be. And I know that there's not anybody that's putting more time in building the game plan in all three areas than our guys do.
Barry, is there a timetable on when Denali Morissette may be available?
He did a little bit more today, which was great to see. Now we'll see how the response is tomorrow. But he did more today than probably than he did all of last week combined. So that's exciting. I think we'll be able to push it a little bit more tomorrow as long as he responds the right way to see where he's at. So I think we're close.
Hank Purvis played the second half against Illinois, started for the first time, and I think if you go back and watch it, played pretty well. What did he add to that offensive line when he got his opportunity?
Yeah, I think Hank's played some real football, snaps prior to getting here. So some of that experience showed up. I think he played a physical game. He was assignment sound, and I think he let the game come to him, not really forcing things, which was good. But you look at a number of guys, they've practiced for that moment. When your number's called, then it's time to go play. And I thought Hank was an example of how you're supposed to respond. Sometimes when you're the backup or a rotational guy, and then the team counts on you on the way you elevate your play. Also point out Christian Moore had his best game from a physicality standpoint. He allowed us the opportunity to run the ball at the point of attack, which was good to see.
Kind of going off of that, you have a backup quarterback who doesn't know when his number is going to be called, but knows there's a package specifically for him, and he comes through in a big moment for you. How valuable is that? You talk about all the reps that these quarterbacks got in fall camp and in the spring. That you have a quarterback that kind of is engaged throughout the entire game because he knows he might get an opportunity.
Yeah, he's a great competitor, and that takes some mental toughness. You're standing on the sideline in the game, but not in the game, and then your number's called, and in a second you've got to flip the switch. So he's got to stay active. He's got to stay in the moment, and he understands. No matter if it's within the drive or to start the drive out, I think he has prepared like he is the starter, and that's the most important thing at that position.
What do you think the identity of this team is right now? You built it on hard, smart, and tough, and now
I
you're
think,
halfway through the year.
There's some things that we're doing really well, and then we're just way too inconsistent, and that's the tough part of it, because to win in this league, you've got to be in your element. You've got to be producing your A game results for 4 quarters. And until I can get us there, we're not going to get the results that we want. So there's some things we're doing really well. We haven't done all 3 phases for 4 quarters yet, and we're working really hard to get there.
Coach, what do you know about the venue at Northwestern? It's a little unique. Have you, I guess, been apprised of it?
My wife and I were in Chicago in July, I think it was, for a day. And I just kind of wanted to go by and see it, I've seen, video and all the things, but I wanted to see how close it was to the water and some of those things. What a unique venue, and it'll be a great atmosphere. My guess is it'll be sold out. And I think it'll be a great setting for Big Ten college football Saturday afternoon. We talked about it this morning as a team on, just a little bit of a different layout. So I wanted the team to obviously have a feel for that and try to prepare them for every situation that we can get.
Have you talked to anybody who's played there?
I have.
How do you keep everybody upbeat in the midst of what's got to be a tough time right now with 4 losses in a row?
Yeah, I think you look at if you're going to let that defeat you for now 6 games in, then we're not very tough competitors if that's the case. And I don't sense that at all. We've got to learn from experiences, good and bad, move past that and understand the opportunities that await us. And, how in the world how could you not be hungry for an opportunity to go play again and improve on the things that we've done well, and then also fix the mistakes and try to go play winning ball. So I won't get into the narrative of not winning a game in the last couple of weeks and those things. I won't let myself go there.
Any update on Jalen St. John?
He practiced a little more today, so we'll see how he responds from that and how many real reps he can get tomorrow, and some good on good, and see what that looks like.
What about George Burhan?
Progressing as scheduled.
Can you offer any clarity on why Crew Wakely left?
I think there were conversations with a number of things with Crew, and he decided it was best for him to step away. And really thankful for the time that he was with us, and wish him the best in the future.
Can you tell us anything about the dog biting incident with Dinkins?
I mean, his pet dog and happened to bite him on the foot. So broke the skin, I believe, and wasn't in a position that he could recover and play for. In you know, big guy inside, and unfortunate.
Anything else for Coach Odom? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week.